Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection Game Review. Hello beautiful people, in this video, we will talk about Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection Game Review. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection has washed ashore on the beaches of a new platform, one that allows us to dial the technical aspects of series' most recent installments up to 11. But with the PS5 receiving its own remastered collection just earlier this year, is this PC port another big step, or more of the same? We've spent the last week reminding ourselves of why Naughty Dog is the go-to for third-person adventures, and there is no better than Uncharted 4: A Thief's End and Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. These PS4 classics will have you exploring the densest jungles, climbing all kinds of structures, and doing a fair bit of casual neck snapping. Whether it's your first time or fifth, the respective campaigns are incredibly easy to lose yourself in as they dart from one exotic location to the next, while delivering some of the best character development the series has ever seen. Before you even need to consider technical specifications, you should know that both of these Naughty Dog entries are as sharp as ever, boasting fun and dynamic level design, alongside excellent storytelling. If anything, you'll be annoyed that there are only two of them. By the way, we are gathering gamers and gaming lovers like you in our YouTube channel RAYAROZEN, so it would be nice if you join our gaming community by subscribing our YouTube channel. We upload a cool game stuff like gaming reviews, different gameplays, top 10 games compilations etc. Reminding you of how good these games are isn't really why we are here, though any PC player will know the critical acclaim that surrounds a series like this. No, this review is much more about what the PC version can offer over its console counterpart. On paper, there are a ton of technical specifications that make their way to the PC port, with the headliners among them being ultra-wide support, variable frame rate, 4K resolution, and even DualSense support. However, we're also seeing improvements to lighting and shadows, and of course, the ability to mess around with the graphical settings beyond the simple presets available on console. Regardless of your experience with these entries, there's no denying that both games are a visual pleasure, with incredibly fine little details that help boost immersion. Everything from Nate's stubble to the rustic textures of aging surfaces make you feel the history of every character and setting. Exploring ancient ruins has simply never looked better. Partnering these stunning 4K graphics up with an HDR screen will showcase some truly impressive cinematics, adding a real pop to the colors and details. And in motion, we managed to run the game between 50 to 60 frames per second with all the graphical settings on Ultra. Both titles could easily be considered two of the best looking games out there. Everything is sharper and brighter on a higher resolution display. But if you don't own a 4K or UHD television, these games are still going to look really good and run well in performance mode. Using Performance Plus pushes your system to aim for 120 frames per second. This does mean that you might be sacrificing resolution. Cruising through the muddy Indian countryside at 120 FPS was wonderful. Even when I smacked into trees dead on, because I was too distracted by the beautiful nature and people with guns chasing me. Naughty Dog's art department kept bringing stunning views that made me pause. A simple lemon tree took my breath away. It was so well crafted, I spent 10 minutes in photo mode taking pictures of it. Dangling for my life on the side of a cliff. Picture time. Graphics aren't the only thing getting an upgrade here. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection takes advantage of the new technology on the table with the PS5 DualSense controller. That haptic feedback is everywhere and kicks in with nearly everything that you do. Combat encounters might be where you notice it the most. There's the impact of taking a bullet or struggling to break free from a hold. When lugging around a minigun, reloading your equipped weapon, even rolling into cover, it's sometimes so subtle you might not notice it. But it's there and makes it that much more real. When you aren't caught up in the heat of battle, it may be more apparent. One of the selling points claims that haptics have been added to the grappling rope. I failed to notice this while playing through Uncharted 4. I even triple-checked to see that there wasn't some setting I overlooked. So I went back to Lost Legacy. Sure enough, it was there with the slight tug on the rope securing itself to the branch and pull when Chloe leapt into her swing. I'm a little disappointed I didn't have that same experience with Nathan, but he does reap all the other benefits. Grabbing handholds, hanging precariously, and walking very carefully on narrow ledges all have varying degrees of rumble. There are also the satisfying clicks and clunks as you slide a puzzle piece. Oh lordy, someone get my fainting couch ready. In this regard, then, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection is an obvious recommendation, and for many newcomers, it's a borderline no-brainer. If you've never played the latest in the series, and you've got the means to ramp up those graphical settings, then this is the time to dive straight in. However, if, like many of us, you've already familiarized yourself with Nate and the gang on PS5, then it might not be the big improvement you're looking for. Placing the PS5 and PC version side by side will lead to a lot of pixel peeping before you'll notice exactly why Uncharted on PC looks better. There's no question that it is the more accomplished package, but it ain't no Marvel's Spider-Man PC port, where you can feel that graphical and performative power with every swing and dive. Uncharted is certainly a smaller upgrade in comparison, and it might even be easy to forget that you're playing a brand new version of the collection at times. It's comparable to buying your favorite movie on 4K Blu-ray. Some will see the need for it, others will not. I only ran into a handful of bugs while playing through the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection. First up were a few character path issues. I primarily ran into them during Lost Legacy. Nadine would somehow walk exactly where I wanted to go, and I'd have to bump into her to make her move. Another bug happened during Uncharted 4 while forcing an exhausted Nathan to climb up super slippery rocks. The prompt to grab handholds with the left stick kept popping up when it turned out I needed to pull myself up onto the ledge. The scuff marks that denote a shimmy spot were obscured by the water on my non-4K TV, and it wasn't until I accidentally pushed up that I even noticed them. There was one very weird hiccup where I was in the middle of a cutscene and suddenly the video stopped, putting me back in control of the game. The audio from the cutscene was still playing, and if I moved toward the chair where the cutscene character was supposed to be seated, all I could see was an open book floating. Restarting from the checkpoint corrected this and let the game progress properly. The lack of upgrades for old players can be seen more of a testament to the PS5 version than a detriment to the PC port. However, the PS5 version lets you to run at 4K 40 FPS, 1440p 60 FPS, or even 1080p at a variable rate. While not as detailed, it certainly ticks a lot of the boxes the PC version does, and without the worry or need for a £1,000 plus gaming machine. Despite those small things, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection blew me away on the PS5. The breathtaking landscapes and fluid gameplay heightened by the addition of improved feedback from the DualSense controller took a fantastic experience to another level. Both of these stories still resonate nearly 6 years later, too. The conflicts, deception, and questionable redemptions haven't aged to the point where the storytelling comes across as dated. Whether you're coming to this release with a fresh pair of eyes like myself or excited to relive this adventure, you won't be disappointed. Ultimately, the worth of Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection on PC will depend on your situation. If you've experienced the boosted performance and fidelity of the existing PS5 remaster, you'll struggle to justify another purchase. But for those who have yet to experience these classic PS4 titles, this is a fantastic port, complete with all of the graphical prowess that you'd expect. So, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do like our video, make sure to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.